This must be Thursday. I never could get the hang of Thursdays.
Hello YouTube, and welcome to another episode of This Must Be Thursday. Today we're going to have show you a few clips about the Comic Con that Mandy and I went to at the weekend. It was, lacking, I'll say that. And I'll just put a couple of videos up for you. And you can see, sort of very vaguely, what was there.
Hello! Hello! This is Rick and Mandy.
And we're in Winter Gardens for the Comic Con here in Olympia.
It's Olympia? Yeah.
It's Olympia. Okay, we'll see what we can film and see what we see. See what you see. See what you see.
Yeah.
Hello, Louisa and Imogen. You're right, Cocker. Zack of the dog here in Blackpool. Have a lovely day.
So we've just met the dog. Show the picture. I mean, it ain't the duck or
Alright, Cocker.
or Sooty, but yes, there you are. Signed picture for our two girls. I'm sure they'll like that. Of the dog. It's not actually as busy in here as it was last time. I remember it was on all floors and it was absolutely mental. Lots of I don't get the furry thing. A lot of people just was furry animals. It's a bit creepy. I probably need a van over there. Just down below us there's some wrestling going on, but you can't see that because it's underneath the walkway we're on. Absolute chaos as usual here in the Winter Gardens. There we go. That back there, by the way, is the actual original Winter Gardens. The panels there, that's the original Winter Gardens. This is the Olympia, obviously, that was built on top of that. So, there we go, we've been into Comic Con here in Blackpool, which was a bit quiet.
It's a bit quiet. It was lacking somewhere.
Yeah, like famous people.
Yeah.
And comic books.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, we'll have a quick look around the old Winter Gardens while we're here. May as well do. So there we go.
We're going to take you along with us.
It's the old horseshoe bit there. Now round there was full last time. And because the horseshoe went all the way round, there was lots of people there. Nice restaurant. That's
Nice.
That's the old cafe, which somewhere in there has the old original house, like behind the work. I wonder why it's not open today.
But it's very beautiful.
Very nice. It's very nice.
And this cafe was the first cafe me and my husband came to after he proposed to me outside.
That's me again.
So it does hold happy memories for us.
Bloody expensive. So this is new. This is how to treat someone with an electric shock. Blackpool FA Cup success, 1953. It's funny, they don't show anything about the 1948 final, do they? And there's some other, I think these are old pamphlets. These are old drinks you were able to buy. Some beer mats there. Oh, gold cigarette packets. Look at those. They're kind of weird, aren't they? Yeah. Here we are, just going round the Winter Gardens. It's been many times. We came here, like I say, a few weeks ago. Yeah, closed off. So this is where we started our ghost tour a couple of weeks ago with Stephen Mercer that we mentioned in the Galleon bar here. Is it Galleon?
Yeah.
Looks like wood, it's actually plaster.
Feels like it, but it's not.
Yeah, she's not knocking on wood. So there's Morecambe and Wise statue. I'll just step back a bit so I get over. Let's get you in shot. There we go, pull it back a bit. Oh, that's alright. There you go. And then we go up there into the garden. That apparently is a fire exit. It's a hell of a jump if you get out of that. So there we have it. That's our day at, well, about an hour and a half maybe, at the Comic Con. Like I say, it was just lacking in something, a bit poor.
Yeah.
It could have been a lot better, I think, especially because last time I came, my son, I think George, was about 6 or 7, and every floor and every room was occupied with Comic Con things. So I think
it was okay for an hour.
Yeah.
But except for that, no, not. You couldn't come for a whole weekend like they were selling
Yeah, I know they're
tickets
saying tickets for the weekend. I mean, there's nothing there to see for 2 days worth of stuff.
Yeah.
To be honest. But there we go. Anyway, we shall see you in the next one.
I'm Mandy.
I'm Rick.
And this is Mandy and Rick's Misadventures. Bye.
So there we are, some very few short clips of Blackpool Comic Con that Mandy and I went to. Like we said, it was very lacking in, well, anything really. It's just typical Blackpool, half-arsed. They put an event on and it's just so disappointing. Last time when I went with my son, George, many years ago, it was absolutely rammed. Every floor, every room had something or something going on in it. I remember there was like a life-size R2-D2 moving around. There was obviously real wrestlers, I'd say real wrestlers, but WWF wrestlers who were there, and it just seemed so lacking and disappointing and just not the best. So anyway, we met the Hacker the Dog. I mean, he's no Ed the Duck or Gordon the Gopher, of course. But it's what entertains kids these days on CBeebies. When I was a kid, it was called the Broom Cupboard, and then I think Gordon the Gopher went from Broom Cupboard onto Going Live with Sarah Green. And Sarah Green, by the way, Sarah Green was asked to dance by my friend of the family, Uncle Nick, and apparently she declined him. So that's his claim to fame. The wrestling was obviously, they had a wrestling ring up, but again it was shoved in a corner, and it was very sort of, I think it would have been better if they'd have had another room to put the wrestling in, and then more people could have sat and seen and said, right, at 11 o'clock we'll put the book. They just put it slam bang with the other with the stalls that were there. Very, very few stalls. There's obviously a few people dressed up. There's those fluffy things which I don't understand at all. Might be manga. I don't really do manga, I'm afraid. Sorry, but that's not my thing. Mandy was looking up the, I think it's Liverpool Comic Con, which is coming up this weekend. Obviously, we can't go with that, we've not got the money. But people that, it's just the typical thing is you've got the cast of Red Dwarf there, which would be amazing to see. You've got a few other main actors. Orlando Bloom apparently is there. And so there's a couple from Lost Boys. Jason Newlander, I know. I think one of the vampires is there as well. And it's just so much. All these things are just so much better, and I just feel that we're here and we just don't do it properly. They've opened recently a place called Showtown, which I don't want to sort of slag it off, but it's so half cock. It's like, half a job. Oh yeah, it's there, that'll do. And then I can't see it lasting past the season, in all honesty. I don't think it probably has enough footfall. And Mandy and I tried it out the first time, and the second time we took our two girls with us, and it was just so, things were broken. It's like no one had taken care of it, and it had only been a couple of weeks since Mandy and I had been there, so it was a bit of a letdown. And it was a shame, because obviously you've got things that were there and already it was broken, no one had fixed anything, and it just seemed a bit just typical. You know, we've spent the money now, but we can't really be bothered to fix what we've got. And there's also another huge empty space there, which is supposed to be for art or something, but we don't know. It's just another room that'll probably stay blank. The other thing, obviously, again, I mentioned last week, the trams that were starting up, that were going up Talbot Road, so that people could have easier access onto the promenade from the train station. And they've got, who is it? David Platt, and I don't know what his real name is. That's the character from Coronation Street opening it. And that again is just, well, actually he's opening the hotel. Sorry, he's opening the Holiday Inn. Really? It's like, well, is he opening the tram line as well, or not, or just opening a hotel, which apparently has a restaurant by Marco Pierre White in it. Why not get him up to do it rather than some Corrie actor? You know, if your name's on the restaurant, why is he not coming up to do it? And I think that's what I find just so disappointing about this town, is the fact that we have the elephant trail. Like I say, we did that last week, and it's well advertised, but there's not. Again, it's just, you just see them round. You see these elephants. You know, well, what are they? And it takes you a long time to sort of, you know, find any information on things. There's also the fact that we'll have so many things here in Blackpool, and people who live here don't know. You know, I doubt when they do the light switch on that anyone there is actually from Blackpool. They won't have, you know, they won't let local people do it. But oh no, it's a ticket thing, or it's well, I guess it's a ballot that they do for it, and you just can't get anywhere with it. So there we go. That's this week's little rant and rave. The road, again, I think the promenade is closed on the 12th of May, so I will look into what that will be about for you. Obviously, it's 2nd of May, so we've got votes going on. I think we're just going for some MP, another, you know, bright-eyed person who, oh, I'll do this, I'll do that, and obviously nothing will get done. And we've got, I don't know, I think it's actually a ploy. I think, well, not a ploy. It's an angle that one of the parties is going for. It's called saying born and bred. They've got this guy who's obviously born and bred in Blackpool, and you're thinking to yourself, right, well, if you're born and bred in Blackpool, you know how bad it is here. You know, the employment is down, the benefits, obviously, you know, probably through the roof for people. So many homeless people, if they really are homeless, of course. So many people just crashed out on the streets with you know, drugs and alcohol, and you know, just the regular down and out kind of thing. It's like looking at you know, Hogarth's Gin Lane. It's that bad in some places. So if their slogan is born and bred, then surely they should know, you know, okay, this is what it's like, we've got to fix it. But as always, like any sort of thing, that if you're in charge of something, or not in charge, you see how bad it is, and then you're like, oh, but I want to fix it, I'm going to change the world. And then in the end, they just turn into like, oh yeah, I can see why we can't be bothered now, and oh, well, that's where the money's going. But the money, we're getting more and more buildings built here in Blackpool for the council, which is hilarious, because obviously no one works at the frigging council when we go there, when you go up to ask them. And so it's complete waste of money. The money's coming in for this, what they call levelling up, as a joke, and therefore the town just falls apart. It's only for those who, like I say, they're just building council buildings. They called it the Gateway, the Talbot Road Gate, or Talbot Gateway, and they've built this huge bloody building near where where you've got the train station. Across there is Sainsbury's, which is also being renovated because people keep smashing the glass that's there. And then they have this huge building which is supposed to be a council building, which had little shops and things underneath it. There's only one shop going now, of course. That's the post office, which was obviously dragged out of Smith's, which I used to work at years ago. And it's just not full. It's another building will go up, and we don't need money for buildings. We need money to sort the bloody place out. So these, this whoever we're voting for or whatever, whoever gets in, they talk a good game like they all do, but then the reality is that they won't do anything because they'll be told, well, this is what happens with the money. But Blackpool Council, of course, are shockingly bad. But they just spend money on stupid pieces of art, and we don't need pieces of art. There's plenty to look at in Blackpool. You got the lights, you got the tower, you've got Pleasure Beach, you got all the other stuff. You don't need bits of shiny metal put in places when the money should be spent on helping people who are here. And will it happen? Probably not. No, I think I'll be long gone and this place will probably be drifted on into the sea, so it won't matter by then. So next week, global warming and what it can do to level towns like Blackpool. Don't care, honestly. If it swept us all out to sea, no one's going to miss us. Anyway, that's my rant this week, and we shall see you in the next one. And thanks a lot for watching, and bye for now.